So I'm here in Tulsa, Oklahoma at 700 North Greenwood. It's on the north side of the Greenwood district, the once thriving area in Tulsa before the 1921 Race Massacre. This is 700 North Greenwood. You can see there is a hill behind me here. This location right here was the location of the first Church of God in Christ, a black Pentecostal church in Greenwood. This was a residential area in here, and we're just about a couple blocks north of the main deep Greenwood area. Today this is a parking lot for OSU Tulsa, but in that time it was a white building, a little church building that was right here on the base of this hill, and it was established by a pastor named Travis B. Spiuel, and he started the church here in 1917. Elder E.M. Page, who was the superintendent over all of the Kojic churches in Oklahoma, he was friends with Spiuel and brought him down here to Tulsa to get a good church started. There may have already been some believers here probably around 1914 with a band of church mothers that actually came to Tulsa to establish a work here, but apparently the women were having a difficult time in this city getting respect of men to be leaders. So Travis came in 1917 and helped establish a church here, and so he and his family came to Greenwood because it was a thriving, beautiful place for African Americans to be. And within a couple years, obviously, all that turned to tragedy as Spiuel and his wife, their home was burned and demolished. Here, it was just another couple blocks north of here. Their home was burned, but remarkably, the story from Eldoris McCondiche, one of the survivors of the 1921 Race Massacre, she tells a story that when they came back from fleeing during the massacre, they were coming back just over here, and the tracks are just across the way here, and as they were coming back, she was on the train and she looked up at this hill from the train tracks, and she saw that the church was still standing. And so we're within definite proximity of where all the violence and all of the burning and looting was. It's all down this street here of Greenwood as you travel north. But amazingly, that little church survived, and they continue to worship in that church for many years. And I can't find any direct records on how long the church was there, but it was right here in this spot that Pentecostal believers watched their community get burned to the ground. And so we're coming up on the anniversary of that, which is 100 years next May 31st and June 1st. And so this is one of the spots right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where the Black Pentecostal Church, the Pentecostal Church for that matter, has started here in Oklahoma.